Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and this is Big Discussions 76 Sports. First of all, please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. If you want to make a donation to the channel, that information is below in the description box, and you can also leave a super thanks. Also, please consider joining the Big Words LLC Newsletter. In addition to being a YouTube content creator, I'm also a writer with two blogs. with two blogs and with a book project on the way, which I will discuss at the end of this short video, especially for the Buffalo Bills fans out there, many of whom are actually Buffalo natives. Well, everyone, I just wanted to get in and make a quick reaction video to the Buffalo Bills um, 27-17 victory over the Green Bay Packers last night in Orchard Park. This channel is in large part a Michigan football hub. Uh, I am a Buffalo native, and it looks like the Bills' prospects for making the Super Bowl are very high this year, especially if they secure the home field. My opinion is if the Bills secure the home field, they will go to the Super Bowl. So, for my Michigan football fans, I'm going to squeeze in Buffalo Bills content when I can, and we also have some NBA discussions coming up as the NBA is ramping up, and college football and pro football they ramp down, and then the NBA ramps up. So, in any case, that's what this is. Anyway, so the Bills won last night, 27-17, hosting Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And as I was thinking about this game, I was thinking this is cool because you have two Great Lakes cold weather teams playing, both historic in their own way. And I remember Don Beebe, who was on our four Super Bowl runner-up teams. Don Beebe actually got a ring with the Brett Favre Green Bay Packers, and I remember Don Beebe saying that Green Bay was a similar atmosphere to Buffalo. So it was that college town atmosphere, because in Buffalo, we have the Bisons and we have the Sabres, but we don't have basketball. We don't have a pro basketball team. So the Bills are in Buffalo. The Bills are it. The Bills are our team, and we have a passionate fan base, the Bills Mafia. So the Bills won the game 27-17. I'm going to go over some of the individual stats here and then the team stats. And then I will wrap this up because I have to run out the door and do some things today. For those of you who don't know, I am a scientist, and I'm a scientist, and I'm giving a talk today, but I'm also a sports fan. So the Bills won 27-17. Josh Allen went 13 for 25 for 218 yards, two touchdowns, and two late game interceptions. Sometimes Josh gets a little excited and he turns the ball over, in addition to all of his rushing and his heroics. Aaron Rodgers went 19 for 30 for 203 yards and two touchdowns and one interception. In terms of rushing, the Bills were led by Devin Singletary's. Let me make sure the sound is off on that. Yeah, the Bills. Oh my! Let me enable my screen share. Hold on. And I will turn the sound on just in case ESPN. Sometimes sound on these ESPN pages comes out of nowhere just like that because they're advertising. Okay. So once again, let me do that again. So Josh Allen went 13 for 25 for 218 yards and two touchdowns and two interceptions. Aaron Rodgers went 19 for 30 for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Devin Singletary on the ground carried the ball 14 times for 67 yards. It looked like he had some success early on carrying the ball. A. Jones, who was A. Jones? Aaron Jones carried the ball 20 yards. I'm sorry, he carried the ball 20 times for 143 yards. Stephon Diggs um, caught 6 balls for 108 yards. That's Josh's favorite target, next to Dawson Knox. And Romeo Dubs had 4 receptions for 62 yards and 1 touchdown. And it looked like Stephon Diggs had a little rivalry going with one of those Green Bay corners going back to his days playing for Minnesota. So those were our leaders on offense. I'm going to go now to the box score. It looked like the Bills were in control of this early on, and Green Bay had to battle back, and they just ran out of time. I think was that sound. Yeah. So I already went over the passing yardage. Josh likes to get out and run. It looked like one of the Green Bay players slammed into the turf at one point, which was probably kind of scary for the Buffalo Bills fans. He carried the ball 6 times for 49 yards, and he had a long run. His longest run was 20 yards. Let's see. Yeah, there wasn't. It was a balanced performance in terms of our wide receiver core and our skill position players. But Stephon Diggs, yeah, he had the most catches there. There was 1 fumble by Stephon Diggs. In terms of defense, there were Tremaine Edmonds
A
led the
breakfast
Bills.
croissant plus seasoned
Hold
potatoes for
on.
$3, and they're redshirting you?
Let's see if that pause stops it. Tremaine Edmonds led the Bills with 16 tackles, followed by Damar Hamlin. Let's see. Greg Russo sacked Aaron Rodgers once. Tim Settle sacked him once. I don't see any sacks here for Von Miller. In terms of interceptions, Matt Milano intercepted Aaron Rodgers once. Isaiah McKenzie's returned the ball 3 times for a total of 72 yards. Khalil Shakir returned 1 punt for 17 yards. Tyler Bass was perfect for field goals. And now I'm just going to recap the team stats, and then I'll wrap this up because I have to run out the door for something else. So Buffalo won 27-17, but the statistics were very, very balanced. Buffalo had 20 first downs versus Green Bay's 21. Buffalo ran 54 plays versus Green Bay's 63. Buffalo generated 369 total yards versus Green Bay's 398. Buffalo had 10 total drives. Green Bay had 9. In terms of passing yardage, Buffalo generated 216 passing yards versus Green Bay's 190. And on the ground, Buffalo generated 153 rushing yards versus Green Bay's 208. Let's see. In terms of penalties, Buffalo had 4 penalties for 35 yards. Green Bay had 8 for 58. I'm going to read these red zone stats. Buffalo was 2 for 4. I think that means they scored twice in 4 trips in the red zone, and Green Bay was 1 for 2. Buffalo turned the ball over twice. Green Bay turned the ball over once. And in terms of the time of possession, Green Bay held the ball 33 minutes and 48 seconds versus the Bills, who held the ball for 26 minutes and 12 seconds. So it's interesting. You can win in the majority of the statistical categories, but still lose the game. So that was last night's game. It was a good win for the Bills. In my opinion, I think if we secure the home field in the AFC, the Bills will go back to the Super Bowl. I think our roster is just that talented. on both sides of the ball, and I think we will go back. I'm not sure what lies in store for this Green Bay team. I think going into the game, a lot of the talk was about Aaron Rodgers um, getting in sync with his young wide receivers. So, but as far as our team, I think I think the path to the Super Bowl is there, and the Bills just have to take advantage of it and secure home field. Okay, so I'm going to look at the remainder of the Bills schedule, and then, yeah, I really have to wrap this up. Okay, let me enable my screen share one more time. All right, so next week, on November 6th, the Bills travel to play the Jets. The next week, the Bills host the Vikings. The week after that, the Bills host the Browns. The week after that, the Bills go to play Detroit on Thanksgiving Day. The Bills go to the Patriots to play they go to play the Patriots on December 1st. The Bills host the Jets on December 11th. The Bills host the Dolphins for a rematch on December 18th. The Bills travel out to the Windy City to play the Bears on December 24th, Christmas Eve. And the Bills travel down to Cincinnati to play the Bengals, and then they wrap up hosting the New England Patriots on January 8th. Okay. And the Super Bowl is out in Phoenix this year. All right, everyone, I'm going to wrap this up. As I described, if you're new here and if you're from the city of Buffalo and you're a Bills fan and the algorithm brought you here, I'm working on a book project. It's called The Engineers, a Western New York basketball story. It's a basketball story that takes place in Buffalo at Hutch Tech High School. If you're from the Western New York area, if you're from the city of Buffalo, you know about Hutch Tech High School. Let me switch to it. Yeah, there's the page right there. I'm not going to scroll through this entire thing, but there's the page. The link is below in the description box. There's an overview of the story, parts 1 and 2, and then there are promotional materials at the bottom, and then there's a comment section at the bottom. If you read this, if you take a look and you think it looks cool, writing, YouTubing, vlogging, podcasting, it's all about engagement. Please feel free to leave me a comment below at the bottom of this page if you read it. I know a lot of people don't read today. So it's interesting that I'm writing a book and a lot of people don't read. But if you take a look at this, please leave a comment. But I'll be happy if you just took a look at it. So in any case, I'm going to wrap this up. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe. Please consider joining the Big Words LLC Newsletter. Go Bills. Everyone stay safe out there. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. I'll talk to you the next time. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna shout.